attempt, I think. This has got to be annoying. I got like 6 little 10-second live broadcasts this morning. I will try to clean those up. See if we can work. Oh, looks like this is working again. Let's see. This looks frozen. Man. I don't know. Boy, this is... Come on. It sounds like this is not working, and I honestly am not really sure how to fix it now. I'm live right now. It is 9:18 a.m. and I'm bypassing OBS. I'm trying to broadcast directly through Restream.ai or IO, and I don't really know. I'm a little at my wit's end. Now it looks like that did not work. I'll try one more time here. But wow, this is a tough day. Hey, is Bob still here? Doesn't look like it. It's telling me that there's no one watching. Maybe there's one person watching on YouTube, but for all I know, it's frozen though. You could be watching and it could be frozen. I don't know if you can hear me. Well, I wonder maybe if I should try from. Oh, I have one other thing I could try. Okay, I'm gonna hold the line here for another minute or so, and then I'm gonna try one more thing in about 5 minutes. So if you want to try back, it looks like I'm moving super slow and terrible from my perspective here. Oh, okay, see, looks like I have a couple people connected on Facebook and maybe one person on YouTube. I don't know what happened. We were having so much luck. It worked so well for so long, and then hey, Juan is here and he can hear me. How's the video? Is it choppy? It looks blurry and choppy to me, but I don't know if that is due to my computer issues or not. I cranked all the settings super low to try to. Oh, actually, no. Now it's going through Restream. I'm not being a very good scientist today, but okay. So Razorblade is here. I can see and hear on YouTube, and Juan can see and hear on YouTube. So good morning. I guess we'll do this, and I'll say hello. Welcome to Love Morning. It is Tuesday. I have been offline for a number of days. I've been away at a retreat in Ojai, and it's been beautiful. It was so good. Hey, Stephen. Thank you, and good morning. I get to go to this incredible property with just like massive crystals all around, like massive. Like I don't think I've ever been around crystals this big. Like there was this like this big. There was like like an obelisk crystal thing that was about 4.5, 5 feet tall. There was just big chunk crystals like in the bathrooms and on tables, just everywhere. And that was just the spice on top of a beautiful place with beautiful trees and beautiful people. So I'm feeling very inspired. I had I'm not going to go get too deep today because it looks like we're having all sorts of technical issues. But I will say, if you're here and you can hear my voice, it is so nice to connect with you. I spoke a lot and talked a lot with people this weekend about being a love ambassador and how important it is to set your sails in the direction of being the change. A woman at the retreat, she came out of meditation with this download of like, be how you want to feel. And I love that. It's kind of like a healthier version of fake it till you make it. But it's also kind of like be the change you want to see in the world, except be how you want to feel, which is a lot of like a love ambassador thing. Like, look, you can get frustrated and depressed and down, but let's head up, smile. Let's greet the day in a way that we want to feel. So I am trying to be how I want to feel. Hey, Natasha, thank you for your perseverance in making it back to this live broadcast. Yeah, I'm feeling so a lot of thoughts and thinking this weekend about the importance of being a love ambassador, about how distorted our reality can be if we pay attention to the news and the descriptions of what fellow humans are like. Because, like, I get together in a retreat setting or here and realize that, man, people are fucking awesome. There's so many amazing people, some good-hearted people that would generally do good and are generous, and so that continues to be a huge percentage of my passion and mindset. I did get a challenge this weekend. I ended up, there was a person at the retreat who is a very, very successful person in the traditional measurements of the world. And as I told them, he was asking about why am I pink? And when I told the story, he's like, you need to make your own hair dye brand. It shouldn't be that expensive. You do this. He's like, that's what you need to do. And at first, I was like, that's funny. And then I was thinking, this is a person who, he is saying this not to be funny. He is the kind of person that would do it. And it really kind of jostled my brain a little bit. Like, why couldn't I make a hair dye brand? Why couldn't I? I mean, even if, like, my mind is, well, there's already a lot of pink dye brands. Well, what, I don't know. Like, what if I tried? What if I sought out people who know how to do cosmetics and know how to bring things to market? And so I'm really chewing on and thinking about, and who would I need to talk to make that happen? Good morning, Mingle. Oh, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful that you're here. I'm grateful that you caught Love Morning. I'm grateful that technology has finally allowed us to connect. This morning has been very frustrated. You might, if you look at my feed, you will see probably 6 or 7 false starts to this broadcast if things were not working. So I'm feeling super grateful to be back in Love Morning, back with you, back in Hug Nation. I'm also grateful for this weekend that I had. I'm grateful for a bunch of new people I met that were super inspiring. I'm grateful for some conversations that were stretching, and I was part of a great group conversation about inner critic and about dealing with our inner critic. And it was just like, I will chew on and process and try to share some of the lessons of that. And really grateful for time spent with Lisa. I'm grateful to be able to be in partnership and share our love in retreat type settings. I think it's like it. There's a couple other couples there, and I loved watching their love, and people would reflect us. It's so beautiful to witness your love. And so it's a great feeling to just be so in love and so lit up and so in awe, and to be broadcasting that to the world, and this kind of abandoned, full abandon, heart open, uh, running full stride into love. Juan says, "What's the word on your January weekend?" I'm so glad that you asked because I haven't thought about it a bunch. Natasha says, "Have I met Yanis's baby yet?" No, I haven't. I've seen some pictures. Such a beautiful little boy. So I'm super grateful that he came to the world uh, safely and is now going to be a blessing on us. Natasha is grateful for all of her love ambassador friends in SoCal. Good morning, Brent. Good morning, Abigail. Razor Blade is grateful to be back here amongst friends. Hello to you at 4 a.m. in Australia. One about the January weekend. So right now it's looking like, I think what I'm going to do is like a day of workshops on the Saturday of the Pink Heart party. That's if people say like, I think I want to know, do people want to go to the Pink Heart party? Because then it would make sense on the same day. So if you're in town, we all get together, we do some workshops during the day, and then we go to the Pink Heart party at night and have like some kind of exercises that we can do as far as gifting and connecting at the party. If people are like, I want to do workshops, but I don't want to go to the party, then maybe I will change the date so that we don't, because it ends up being a big day of energy that I don't want to. I'm having trouble out making the decision. And before this weekend, I was feeling a little disheveled. Now I'm feeling strong again. So I think it is time to pull the trigger. But if there is anybody who, and the date of that would be, let's see, can I put that? It would be January 13th. It's a Saturday. So it would be, and then people coming from out of town, there would also be some activities on Sunday that we would, some additional activities. Love full force. Yes, Natasha. I'm also continue to be grateful for the lessons that I'm finding on my hard drives, of these old hard drives and old writing. I just posted a letter from a hater that I got in the year 2000, and it's nice to. I posted on this morning about how I was sharing some of my online history of haters and being catfished before that was even a thing. If you're familiar with the Casey Nicole episode where I hired a woman and she worked with me for over a year and then ended up coming down with cancer and eventually dying. It was this big, and she was writing a blog during her whole sickness, and it was quite an online following. And as we were grieving, we found out that there never was a Casey Nicole. That this was a invented person of a middle-aged woman who created this persona, and you stole pictures from her neighbor's kid, and was pretending to be Casey online, and for over a year. And that was an unsettling early internet experience of mine. New York Times did an article about it. There was just a podcast episode about Casey Nicole. And then I got catfished even like personally harder with a woman by the name of Jenna, who I was packed and ready to go to the airport. She told me, I got a confirmation that she had bought me a flight, and I was going to go to New York. And it turned out that was someone pretending to be someone that they weren't. They're using someone else's photos to try to trick me and teach me a lesson that I was too focused on image. Woo! And so Lisa was like, man, it's kind of like you're not more jaded. And I had to think, I'm like, well, I'm those episodes definitely made me more closed up. I I'm skeptical more than I used to be. But I'm also recognize that if you stay too closed, you miss out on so much, so many good people. Sure, occasionally you get embarrassed or burned or lose some money, and that's the optimism tax. But what you get exchanged for the optimism tax, you get to live in a world filled with incredible people that you wouldn't know, wouldn't even be aware of, wouldn't notice if you kept them closed off and protected yourself from ever again, which is an option, but the cost is too high. Um, Tasha said, "Did she teach you?" No, I'm not sure who the she is in uh, that question. That's Casey or Jenna or Lisa. Lisa's definitely teaching me. Jenna and Casey, they, they something, I guess. For a beautiful this time of year, sunshiny and kind of cool in the air. I love that. Grateful that I got to stop by a beach condo last night on the way home from Ojai and went for a hot tub soak and enjoyed the sights and sounds of the ocean. Hope you to do some more of that. Um, a lesson, like learn a lesson about it. I mean, it's true. The woman whose pictures were being used did get my attention, but they, the woman's pictures were, it would not have required a woman who looked like a model to get my attention. It was, that was just one piece of an attractive package. So who knows? Who knows if I could have possibly fallen for the real person behind Jenna? I don't think so because whatever was in their heart had some darkness in it. But they could have tricked me with maybe with their own pictures. So a little good lighting, a little makeup, and a good personality. That's an online recipe for get my attention. Moose Cock, good morning. Hello to you in Calgary. Well, if you're here, I don't. We were struggling with technology today, so I'm not even sure. I'm not sure what I've learned to make it work better tomorrow. But I will be trying. I'll be trying. I might maybe try a couple more tests today. So if you see me come on live today and you want to come back and let me know if it's working, that would always be helpful. Any other last gratitudes before we have a hug and head off into our day? It was beautiful at the retreat to be able to tell these fellow participants, like, hey, know, I've, I offer to the group anybody that wants to join me every day at 9 a.m., noon, or 6 p.m. If you're feeling like a little human connection, I'll be there at YouTube and then Zoom and Zoom. So, I see. Thank you. Thank you, Natasha. I think with the technology that's going on right now with me, like the lag is even longer than normal. So it's making some of these conversations even more difficult. Not sure what the solution is, but I appreciate the patience and the understanding, not giving up on me just because this technology seems to be taking like 10 steps backwards. I don't know why. Maybe it's the new camera. I guess I can try to go back to the old camera and see if that's better. Natasha says, I'm grateful for a partner who is willing to take in yet another rescue dog because I am weak with pug love. Oh, that what a big, big. Well, I am grateful for this feeling of community and connection, for the powerful reminders of how important community and belonging is in our growth, having safe containers where we can be vulnerable, we can take risks with our truth, we can be held and accepted for what is the real. And when the more we have that assurance from people that what we are seeking is not your achievement of anything, but is your reveal of your truth. And when we really feel that, it lets us share things that are powerful and help us grow. I noticed during the retreat there was times when I would share things. I'm like, that was a little bit performative. That was a little bit like telling a story. And while I'm talking, I was like really like letting things come out. And the former, the latter, the letting things out, I think really only happens when you feel that you did it wrong. I don't need to impress anyone. In fact, what is impressive is truth, not any sort of achievement. So thank you for being here today. Let's go off into the world and take this good vibe and be ambassadors of love. But first, let's have a hug. So wherever you are, let's have a big squeeze. I appreciate the body, appreciate the patience, the perseverance, and reminders of how important it is to be open-hearted in this world. How much is available to us when we allow the world in, share ourselves with the world. So let's share ourselves with each other as we take a deep squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here for this gratitude gathering, this love morning, this Hug Nation. I will see you soon, hopefully maybe noon, gratitude, or tomorrow if I can get this to work. Good morning to you, good evening, afternoon to you in Amsterdam. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, Juan, and anyone else who is here. Happy Tuesday. Thanks for welcoming me back.